It is unbelievable the absurd lengths we go to apologize for MLS and the MLS model and U.S. soccer's closed system. And a lot of people in America and in American soccer specifically are waking up to the reality of our U.S. soccer system and our current situation, our toxic market, but there are still plenty of well-known figures who have aligned with MLS interests, obviously because they are maybe well-known former pros or people who are in the media business paid by MLS or paid by companies who cover MLS. So of course it's in their best interest to put their neck out for MLS, despite it being a failing model. But we need to strip away all of the nonsense around what we are really dealing with here in American soccer and all of the twisting of words and all of the pretzel logic people are using to justify the current U.S. soccer system as it stands. And we hear, it's just a business model. It's just how U.S. soccer and MLS are doing business. And, anyone is free to start a business, start a competing federation with promotion and relegation, and hey, compete with MLS, and maybe if you're good enough, you can get some of the Division I sanction too in U.S. soccer. When you really got to say, hold on, time out for a second. Let's drill a little bit deeper here, pull the curtains back on what we really have here in U.S. soccer in comparison to the rest of the free soccer world, the rest of the FIFA-governed soccer world. What we have here is one single company with the U.S. Soccer Division I sanction. And if you compare America with the rest of the soccer world, what's the equivalent of giving one club, like, let's say, Football Club Barcelona, they may be the greatest club on the planet right now. That's equivalent of giving them exclusive control of Spain's Division I sanction. And that just sounds ludicrous. Not even great clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester United get privilege like that, but yet we've handed that exact same privilege to MLS. Remember, it's one single club. It's various teams, franchise, branch, outlets, Burger King locations, but it's all the same club or company. And then we've told the rest of American soccer, sorry, you have no chance. You're not allowed to win your way up into the top of the USA soccer ecosystem. And of course, let's remember that divisional sanctions are key in soccer. In American soccer, divisional sanctions aren't just some throwaway labels that you slap on leagues. They quite literally represent the U.S. soccer market hierarchy under the FIFA global ecosystem, under FIFA governance. Not only do they allow access into international competition, if you win your way into Division I and you finish near the top of Division I, you get into your regional CONCACAF Champions League and then the Club World Cup, but it's also the global standards for just general recognition of the general public. Oh, if you are Division I, that means you are king of your national ecosystem. So Division I sanctions are vital. It's not like a isolated U.S. sport like American football where, there's a U.S. American Football Governing Federation and they slap a Division I on NFL. Doesn't change the thing. American football is pretty much isolated in America. Soccer is different. It's a global competition under FIFA. And so these divisional sanctions are vital. And if you flip things around, you said MLS, can you survive without the U.S. Soccer Division I sanction? They probably cannot. And that's telling. That tells us that, this MLS model probably isn't the way forward. What people really want is the U.S. Soccer Division I sanction. That's what's really driving interest in American soccer. And, if MLS, even with the Division I sanction, of course, we've gone over many, many times, it's capturing a smaller and smaller slice of the total American soccer market or audience each and every year. TV ratings, probably the best measurement. It went down from 7% to 6% between 2016 and the end of 2017. So it's grabbing a micro slice of the American soccer attention span market, and that its micro slice is only going smaller. So do we want to keep going down this road of MLS failure? And now we're seeing all these empty stadiums constantly, fake attendance numbers in person, and that's what they've kind of flown their flag on. Oh, our attendance is so great, but really it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and a lot of attendances under 10,000 at this point here in most MLS franchise branch outlets locations. So when somebody tells you, I'll call out one of my favorites, Alexi Lalas. He always says, well, MLS is doing it their way, their business model. Build a better mousetrap and compete with them. When we've forgotten that MLS has been given unfair privilege in the American soccer industry. Like I mentioned with the Division I sanctions, if you get a Division I label slapped on you in soccer under FIFA, you have a special advantage over the rest of the market. So people cannot compete fairly against you. You cannot put the onus on the rest of the ecosystem then to pull itself up by its bootstraps and compete with a company, MLS, which has been granted special anti-competitive privileges or protections under the American soccer industry regulatory body, which is our U.S. Soccer Governing Federation. Right now, it looks like our U.S. soccer regulatory body is just looking out for the interests of MLS, and that is completely upside down, completely corrupt, completely wrong. We need to reform our current U.S. Soccer Federation, or we need to start a new USA Soccer Federation and get FIFA's sanctioning or blessing. So stop telling the rest of the captive, excluded U.S. soccer ecosystem to rise up and compete against an unfair advantage. We need to go back to square one, reserve USA Soccer divisional sanctions for open leagues only, create a set of container leagues that independent clubs can fill and compete in, move up and down through. Leagues aren't supposed to compete against leagues. All divisional sanctions should be controlled and be made 100% open by a USA Soccer regulatory body, the USA Soccer Governing Federation, and clubs can choose to participate in that system. Of course, they should be allowed to go off on their own. Hey, if MLS doesn't want promotion relegation, that's cool. Go off and operate on your own without the US Soccer Division I sanction. It's as easy as that. So let's not build a better mousetrap. Let's get a better USA Soccer Governing Federation. And Lexi Laws, why are you avoiding this truth or other U.S. Soccer MLS aligned media figures? Are you just being public relations for one single company, MLS, or are you really speaking with the entire American soccer ecosystem's best interests in mind? So that's our choice. People of American soccer, we need to keep speaking up for equality in the American soccer ecosystem. All people and clubs should have a fair seat at the table of the USA Soccer, USSF regulatory body. That is bare minimum standard for a FIFA member nation. Special favorites will not do. Keep putting the pressure on, keep speaking up. As the public speaks up, more and more people pay attention. More clubs start to speak up, more media personalities start to speak up, and pretty soon we get to a critical mass where we break open the U.S. soccer market and enact this needed change in American soccer. We need to do the right thing and let everybody have a fair chance, include all. Nothing's more American than an open soccer ecosystem. Let's align American soccer with the essence of global soccer, which of course is about equality and opportunity. So if you like this video, make sure to share it out across social media and also subscribe right here to my channel. And I will talk to you soon.